Diets are like made to be broken, a bit like the law. Calm down, Dawn. Like, seriously, why do you need 6 chocolates? Another high protein, this is called a pudding, which makes me feel like I'm being naughty. Why would you say no to that? There are people literally starving, and I'm like, yeah, fine. Food, give it to me. It was literally just boiled rice, and I was like, Don't get me wrong, sometimes I crack. Sometimes there are times where I've got 3 chocolate bars out of the fucking vending machines. Not eating them all at once, but I got 3. Hello there, mate. Today I'm doing an episode on how to avoid temptation at work. Because what I mean by temptation, actually, maybe it's not just at work. Maybe it's just foodie temptations. And you know the things I mean. The naughty chockies, the bag of crisps, the bit of cake. And I'm not saying that having a little snacky and, you know, a little naughty thing now and again is a bad idea. Like, I'm all for it. Go for it. Enjoy yourself. Do your thing. Do your thing. But sometimes there's so much chocolate around. I'm going to mainly be talking about sweet food today, by the way, because it just because you don't like sweet food, or if, you know, savoury food is more your jam, it's fine. Please feel free to join me. I've also bought some savoury food along with me too. But for me, sweet food, so whenever I talk about snacks, I might probably say chocolate, because chocolate is my thing. I can't get enough. It used to be sweets when I was younger. I used to eat sweets, and then I realised, I know chocolate isn't that good for you, but I used to realise that, actually sweets are literally just sugar in like jelly form. And I was like, I need to save my teeth. And I know chocolate, yes, it's like not amazing, but at least it's got some like protein in it, some like, you know, a bit of fat, and sugar as well. But chocolate has like other good qualities, you know, especially with dark chocolate. It's got like antioxidant stuff. Sweets are just pure sugar, okay? So today I'm going to be talking about how to avoid temptation. And I've brought along some of my favourite snacks that I eat, and I will talk about other ones too. These are just the ones I had in the house. And I'm going to talk about how to try and reduce temptation. It's not completely avoidable, and it's fine every now and again to have some naughty stuff. Should we call it naughty? I don't know. To have some stuff that maybe isn't the best for you. It's okay. I never want to get to that point again where I'm like restricting foods that I like, or I'm like, you know, I don't want people to ever think that they can't eat certain things. Because yes, whilst I'm on a quote unquote weight loss journey, I think it's important. Balance is important. Having enjoyment in life is so important. You know, you're not just existing and eating fucking plain rice all the time. Although currently that's my thing. Currently I'm loving like completely plain foods. So don't think like, oh my god, I can never eat like sweets and chocolate. It'll only make you want to eat it more for a start. And it will only make it more delectable. And it will make you break your quote-unquote diet. I hate calling it a diet. Hate. Diets are like made to be broken, a bit like the law. So what are you doing? Don't go on a diet. I need to do a whole video about this because I think diets are a piece of shit, to be quite honest. I really do. And I would call it more of a lifestyle change. Don't call it a diet. Diets are a pile of rubbish. I was almost going to say something very naughty then, and then I decided to. Right, so I work in a hospital. I work as a doctor. You'd think, wow, health, well-being, healthiness, eating well, exercise. Hospitals are very much the opposite. They want productivity out of their workforce. They want speed, and they want to spend as little money as possible. So there's no gym at my hospital anyway. I think there was supposed to be one, and then one just never got built. So there's no gym, there's no like swimming pool that we could like go, you know, on our lunch break. Our lunch breaks are like so like really short. Well, you know, short enough like I can eat in that time just about, but I can't then do anything else. Like, God forbid I try and go for a walk. Like, it just kind of seems a bit impossible. Like, you only have time to stop and eat and just like maybe sit there for a bit. I'm sure you could walk around, but like, the idea of going for a swim or going for a gym session and then having a shower after. Like, that would take me 2 hours, maybe an hour for a swim or something, like half an hour, and then, but then I'm like, how would I eat? I'd have to walk to the swimming pool, etc. So, and also I would not go in a swimming pool that had patients in it. Like, I know how many infections they have, so I'm like, no thanks. I know they've got chlorine in, but sometimes chlorine ain't doing, ain't gonna get all those buggies, let's put it that way. So the thing is with hospitals is everybody likes to treat us, which is very nice. Over Christmas and Easter in particular, we get a lot of chocolate, a lot. Oh my god. Especially, I remember over COVID they would bring in the shops would just I don't know, they would donate them or something, but they would wheel them in on these carts and they would be full of Easter eggs, and I was like, oh my god, that is the best thing ever. But rarely do we get healthy snacks, healthy treats. And I was thinking about starting a company for workplace snack boxes. And basically the premise was that you'd sign up to a subscription, and then every month or every week the company that subscribed to this subscription probably would be private companies, because let's be honest, I can't see an NHS company doing that. But I mean, the doctor's mess, which is where all the doctors hang out, the kind of common room, they use the mess membership fees to go and do a shop for they actually get it delivered, but a delivery for food from Asda or Tesco or whatever. So I don't see why it wouldn't be too difficult to get a subscription box for healthy snacks. So I was thinking it could be what I would love it to be is reusable, you can put the packets back in and then they get recycled, or something like that. Anyway, what I realised was, number one, I give myself too many things to do. Number two, you'd have to get people on board with it. Number three, it would be a lot of money to set up, and a lot of time and a lot of energy. And I didn't have the money, let's put it that way. I don't have an investor. Yes, I could get an investor, but I do think it would be a good idea though. So if any investors are out there, let me know, hit me up. I have thought about this and I've got connections, I can tools. So if anybody wants to make a snacky box company, then I know Graze is there, but they don't really have a corporate one. What I'm thinking is a big scale kind of corporate, you get, but Graze boxes they're in plastic. I was thinking anyway, I was thinking more reusable, eco-friendly kind of vibes. The problem is when we get food in to the hospital or whatever, I'm always I want a bit of everything. I'm okay, there's a box of Quality Street, I'll have one of each. And how many are there? 12. I won't have all of them, but I will at least have 6. Calm down, Dawn. Seriously, why do you need 6 chocolates? And that might not even be the end of it. That's the problem. These things are addictive. They leave you wanting more, make you come back for more. They've got so much sugar in them. They're really creamy. Oh my god, it's making my mouth water now. I'm thinking about it. So I think it would be nicer if people did occasionally get us healthy stuff. I'm not being ungrateful, but I am saying we are supposed to be, advocating for healthiness, and then everyone's just eating shit. And even the mess, the doctor's mess, they get a curry on a Saturday night and a pizza on a Sunday night. Then the snacks they have in there, you best believe there's going to be Nutella in there, peanut butter, not too bad, but still, Frosties, sugared cornflakes, crisps, jammy Dodgers, biscuits. Do you know what I mean? It's it's not really healthy. And I found recently I had some chips, some takeaway chips from a takeaway, and I honestly felt like shit after. I was oh my god, I'm so tired. And it might not have been that, but I do think it wasn't the best decision to have some of those chips. I didn't eat the whole thing, but I was still lethargic. I was lethargic afterwards. So one of my biggest tips is I have quite a few actually. Number one is try to avoid the places where there will be the temptation. Now that's often difficult because they put it in like places where people go often. So they put it in the staff room. They put it in the mess. Now, the good thing for me is the mess is actually like 5 stories up. So I do have to either get the lift or walk up the stairs. And I'm often like, meh, can't be asked. Now, the other day, because ED was so busy, the emergency department, I missed the curry coming, which meant that I did go up later. It meant that all the good shit's taken, which meant that I probably ate less as a result. Because when all the good shit's there, I mean, it's free food. That's the difficulty. It's pretty much free. Like, I find it really hard to be like, no, I'm not going to eat free food. Like, if it was healthy, I would still eat free food. It's free food. What? Like, what? Why would you say no to that? There are people literally starving. And I'm like, yeah, fine. Food, give it to me. And the other day I had some boiled rice. I tell you what, I was loving it. It was literally just boiled rice and I was like, ah. So there wasn't any meat. Well, there was meat, but it was beef. I don't eat beef unless it's like a beef burger and it's like fucking minced up. And maybe I'll eat like lasagna, and that's probably about it. I usually prefer the chicken, the tandoori chicken. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But so what you could do is either avoid the location or try to go a bit later, so you know that all the good shit's taken, and you're like, oh no, what a shame, I missed out on the good stuff, which meant I didn't eat a whole naan bread. That was the bonus, because naan breads are my kryptonite. They really are. Naan breads kill me inside in a really good way. Like, I would kill for naan breads. Sorry, I said it. The next thing is the vending machines. OMG. The vending machines. Not only is it £1.20 for a small bar of chocolate or a bag of crisps, or maybe £1.40 if you're, going for the luxury, but also they've got shit in them as well. They do have some good like flapjacks that are like a bit more like proteiny and a bit more slow release. They're not just like the instant like bam, like full of butter and sugar and grease. But I think they are actually in the mess. People have asked for protein bars. Mate, those are so expensive, they will fly out. Because if I saw a protein bar going for free, I don't even like them that much, but I would take them because they're like £2.50. I feel like I'm saying all these numbers that doesn't really sound that much, but it is like £2.50 for like one snack. Is crazy. So you can either try to not take money to the vending machine, which I know is really hard because now we have our phones, we can just go beep beep and Apple Pay and it's done. But you could also try and avoid the vending machines. Now, in the hospital, we have vending machine in the main like waiting room, and we have a vending machine which staff can use like out of the way, so we don't have to get our food in front of people. But the annoying thing is the sandwiches are in the main waiting room, which is fine because I don't mind going and buying a sandwich in front of a patient. No one's ever bothered me in the middle of getting a sandwich. But when I go, because if you want to get a share bag of chocolate, you have to go into the vending machine in the waiting room. That is shameful. So it's rare that I ever get them. Thank God they haven't put the share bags in the staff one, because I would be like, oh, and sometimes when it's overflowing with patients, there are patients right outside the vending machine. So then I'm like, okay, I need to be like somewhat good because I feel like they're watching me, because that's all, they haven't got anything else to do. So they just watch. They're like little beady eyes watching you. And maybe they can't see what I'm getting, but I feel like I'm being watched. So you could also try to pick something fairly better out of the vending machine. The way that I sometimes like to think about it is, if I want to eat something unhealthy, I think like, what does that look like in my body? Like, how does my body receive that kind of food? If it's like pure fucking chocolate, like galaxy chocolate that's just going to make my blood sugar fly through the roof, I just think about my poor body that's getting no nutrition. And then I think about like some oats and how they have fiber in them and how they like release the energy slowly. And that makes me feel a little bit better inside. So I am then a bit like, okay, fine, I will get the flapjack. Look, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I crack. Sometimes there are times where I've got 3 chocolate bars out of the fucking vending machines. Not eating them all at once, but I got 3. Yes, I got 3. I got a Kinder Bueno. Oh, wait there. Okay, I'm misleading you. I accidentally got 3. So what happened was I was trying to get a Kinder Bueno. Then somehow I put the wrong code in. And peanut M&Ms came out. And I was like, I didn't want you, but fine. You've come for me now. And then I was like, okay, I wanted to get a protein flapjack. So I got that. And then I got the Kinder Bueno. So actually I didn't get 3 chocolate bars. I got 2 chocolate bars, 2 chocolate items, and then a protein flapjack. But I got 1 more chocolate bar than I was anticipating. So I was like, ooh, thank God my pockets are big, because I was like shoving them in my pockets and then like running away because there were patients like there. And I was like, yeah, it's not all for me. No, I didn't say that. One of the biggest tips that someone gave me, which is like such an obvious tip, but I was like, oh, I never thought about that before, is, and I'm going to show you some things now. Don't worry if you're not watching the podcast. I can literally just describe to you what I'm holding. This is hazelnut dark chocolate from Lidl. It's thick because it has to be if it has hazelnuts in it. Let's put it that way. This is a big bar of chocolate, right? Now, it's hazelnuts, which are good for you, and dark chocolate. Now, what I do is I take a chocolate bar sized, so I take 2 lines and I take that into work and I wrap it up and I take that, and saves me £1.20. And also it's dark chocolate, also it's nuts, so it's not pure chocolate, there's also some nuts in there. I've also got this other one which is a little bit more naughty, but still probably almost just as good for you. So let's say 6 pieces of the hazelnut dark chocolate has 16 grams of fat, 14.6 grams of sugar, right? And then I rounded up a bit. It was actually 15.8 grams of fat. And then, that's actually 1 serving, which I don't know how much that is, but I'm definitely eating, surely I'm eating more than 1 serving. 40 grams. Anyway, this 1 serving has 16.7 grams of fat and 15.5 grams of sugar. So it is a bit worse, but it's fine. Whatever, we're going for it. This one is almond milk chocolate. I don't go for milk chocolate often, but I like it. I like milk chocolate. So I often, when I go for my shop, I don't get this every week, but when I get chocolate, I get 2 of these, 2 of the dark chocolate and 1 of the milk chocolate. That's my recent addition, the milk chocolate one. Because, you just can't beat milk chocolate. Like, it's honestly vibes. Now, not only does this save me great amounts of money, but it's also, like, better. Because I don't end up then buying 2 chocolate bars, for example. I have a limited supply of chocolate here. And then it's also got nuts in, which have healthy fats in, so it's not just pure chocolate. And also I think it does, when it's pure chocolate, I do find that I end up wanting more. I don't know why, I just do. Whereas if it's got nuts in, I actually feel a lot more satiated. I have those 2 lines. And no, I'm joking. I need to stop saying I'm joking because it's fucking obvious, isn't it, that I'm not obviously sniffing lines. Now the concerning fact is the ingredients on here, the first ingredient of both is sugar. Now that often means it always means actually, it's the most prevalent ingredient. However, the next one is 27% almonds. So, you could definitely get better chocolate than Lidl chocolate. I'm just showing you my Povo, budget version. And it works for me. It's pretty good. Should we do a savoury snack now? Right, I used to get these Graze boxes. Very easy, very good. Now, what you can do is make your own kind of Graze boxes by buying lots of different nuts. Now the difference is these are flavoured, but I used to get these smoky barbecue flavoured almonds. Oh my god, from Tesco. They were so good. I used to love them. And then I don't know why I stopped going to Tesco. I think that's why I stopped buying them. In here, they have some of those almonds, but they also have beans, like broad beans, almonds, roasted pumpkin seeds, for example. Now, the reason why I stopped Graze was because they kept sending me ones I didn't really like, which I get you can change, but also it was like £4 a week, and I was like, no. And also, I have so many of these under the stairs. I might actually take them to because I have so many in particular of these Marmite ones, which I hate Marmite. I don't hate it, actually. I'm actually fairly equivocal. It's like, you know, they say, or you love or you hate Marmite. No, I'm actually in the middle. I'm an abnormal human. So that's a savoury snack. Now, don't see these healthy, in inverted commas, snacks as a downgrade. In fact, I see them as an upgrade because I'm still eating chocolate, but I feel better about it and my body probably likes it more. Like, I don't feel like I get that like horrible sugar lining on my teeth and I get that horrible crash. Let's do another, not savoury, let's do a protein yogurt. Protein yogurt. These again are from Lidl. Fat-free. This one's a strawberry. I've tried all of them pretty much. I like the strawberry and the raspberry pomegranate ones. I don't like the blueberry ones. No thanks. And they've got coconut. I don't like coconut. So strawberry and raspberry pomegranate are the ones for me. I really like these. They've got they're high in protein, so une seconde, let me find out how much, per pot, 20 grams of, it literally says it on there, 20 grams of protein, woo! And it's nice and refreshing. Like, I'm the kind of person who needs sweet food after I have savoury food. It's a problem. So one of these sorts me out, or I have that for breakfast. I've also got here, I've never tried this flavour before, but this is again from Lidl. Everything's from Lidl here, okay? Don't complain. So another high protein, this is called a pudding, which makes me feel like I'm being naughty, but I'm not, or maybe I am. What's the top ingredient in this, the question? Okay, milk, not sugar. The amount of sugar they have in them is 9.8 grams, which is obviously less than the chocolate. I haven't tried this one. It's caramel flavoured. I usually get the chocolate. That's my jam. They have got an interesting, like, they're not super sugary. They're not super, like, creamy, I would say. They're kind of, you can tell they're a protein yogurt. You have to get used to them. But once you do, you'll be flying high. You'll be fine. Next, savoury snack again. We're going back in time. These are the little version of pop chips. They are basically never baked or fried. They are popped. It's done by heat and pressure. So you don't bake them, you don't fry them, but you pop them. I don't really know how it works, but they really haven't got much oil in them at all. Like, they're not proper crisp, and they make me feel like I'm eating crisp. What are they actually made of? They are made of potato. There we go. My favourite flavour is the salt and vinegar. I'm really vibing taking the little packets. I know it's terrible for the environment, but I do recycle them, so bonus. But what I like is that they're a set serving size, and I just grab it and I go. Whereas if I've got, the other thing you can do is have like your own reusable packaging, which is what I do for the chocolate. I put it in a beeswax wrap. But, you know, I'm sometimes not the most organised, and this works for me. The other ones these are basically the knockoff version of Sun Bites. I don't know how they get away with this. How do they get away with basically making the same packaging, same food item, and making it look the same? Anyway, it makes me feel like I'm eating Sun Bites, which, sorry if I've just incriminated you, Lidl, because that is definitely ripping off a brand, I'm telling you. But it makes me feel happy. So, whatever. Another thing that I bought the other day, and I'm sort of a little bit on the fence because I quite like having snacks in the afternoon. I'm not a morning snack gal. Now, I bought these Real energy bars. They are RHEAL, and they are made by the superfoods company called Real. Keep it real, I don't know, something like that. But the issue is, whilst they are very nice and they're plant-based and they have a gluten-free and they have actual bananas in for a start, not just like banana flavour, and you know, they've got really good, like, they've got good shit in them. They've got oats is the top thing, almond butter, like brown rice syrup, coconut sugar. Like, it's good. I know it's all sugar, but like whatever. My issue with them is they have what's it called? Caffeine in them. Now, I don't want caffeine when I'm like in the afternoon, and it's 1 espresso as well. Like, it's like a good amount, that would keep me awake at night. So I haven't eaten many of them, to be honest. I've eaten 1, and I only ate like half at a time because I was so worried about being awake at night. My last snack of the day, and actually you can make this into a savoury snack, is rice cakes. These come in packs of 3. Love them. I think they're about 200 calories per pack. So these are rice cakes with like no salt or anything on them, but they've got they're topped with milk chocolate. You can get dark chocolate ones, also good. You can also get thinner ones than those. The Calo ones are thinner, but I've just got those because I do. And whilst, again, they may not be the best for you, it's probably better than eating a bar of chocolate. Most of it is rice cake, and then you've got that nice little chocolatey bit on the top, but it still fills you up, if you get what I mean. And then also, you still feel like you're eating chocolate. I think the important thing is to feel like you're eating chocolate or eating something that you may not think is good for you on your diet or whatever you're calling it. But, it still makes you feel like you're having the full experience. That's my advice. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap that up because we have 30 seconds left on the clock. Thanks so much for listening, guys. I upload every Monday and Thursday. It's been Backseat Tea. I've been your host, Dawn, and I am a doctor. I think I mentioned that at the start, because I work in a hospital. And we cover all things positive, all things self-improvement, wellness, health, well-being, lifestyle, living your best self life. Anyway, if you liked it, give it a like, subscribe, comment, give it a follow or a 5-star rating. If you are listening on the podcast, there is a video at Dawn Barlow or vice versa. Bye!